Peter, and before going to the UAV part, I just want to give you a small overview of what we are doing. So we have Copernicus, which is the European Earth Observation Program, and we have here 6 different teams. One of them is the emergency management, and that's what I'm working in. Basically what we are providing are map products to our authorized users, obviously free of charge. And these are rapid maps, which are on-demand and standardized, and they're available 12 hours after the availability of the satellite imagery. And then we have risk and recovery mapping, which are on-demand as well, but they are standard-based and widely adaptable to the user request, so there we need some more time, and there we talk about these. Now, who can trigger our service? So obviously it's all coordinated by DG ECHO, ourselves, and DG Enterprise. And the authorized users are the national focal points, which are basically civil protection organizations, the EC services, and the EAS, which is basically then linking to the delegations. Then we have links to the associated users to all UN agencies, the World Bank, and all kind of different NGOs. Now, this is I will go through a bit of examples. For example, this is LDAM, and this can be triggered by the International Committee of the Red Cross. The idea was here to do a population estimate of LDAM in order to project water supplies for these kind of cities. We have done 3 of them. Another one is the Al Mafraq refugee camp, which has been monitored from us by the beginning. This is maybe how it looks. What was this? This is at the end of 2013, and then I think UNOSAP took over that work. This is something very particular. It was in Guinea. It was requested by epidemiologists. This was in March already this year. This related to the Ebola outbreak, in which they wanted to have the location of palm plantations, because there apparently fruit bats were using this as shelter, and that was one of the reason of that kind of outbreak. But of course we know what happened afterwards, but this is from March, so that's way before the outbreak. This is damage assessments, typical damage assessment of buildings after earthquakes. And we have also floods, for example. This is a big flood in Croatia that we have mapped. All using, obviously, satellite imagery, VHR satellite imagery, or in this case, radar imagery. Now, what are the bottleneck issues here? With VHR satellite imagery, we have, I would say, quite some problems. For example, just for floods. Although that SAR flood detection in urban or forest areas, that doesn't work. Now, here, in this case, fixed-wing UAV image-based sensors can be a valid complement in order to have more accurate delineation of the floods, due to the fact that it can work under the cloud canopy, limited scale extents and so on, and it's a much better resolution as well. This is another example. So VHR for really accurate damage assessments after an earthquake is very good for a quick and a dirty approach. But if we want to go really into the detail, we need really aerial imagery, both from UAV or can all be manned using these kind of blown up photogrammetric systems like large frame camera, push boom cameras. Well, finally, after 2 years trying, I have managed to break into the space component of Copernicus, and I have now a framework service contract for imagery divided in 2 lots: unmanned aerial platforms and manned aerial platforms. So all the offers are in now, and next year we will be able to support our service with aerial imagery, both UAV or manned aerial platforms. And very good news, obviously, for the hot teams and so on. There is no license restriction on this kind of data. Now, what are we focusing on? We focus mainly on UAVs for rapid mapping in an emergency context, and for us the autonomous software driven is very important. So we prefer fixed-wing UAV, which is for us ideal for aerial mapping and terrain modeling of relative large distance. So we prefer this for our purposes. Obviously, the rotary blade UAVs can do very good jobs as well, but not in the mapping context, I would say. obviously when somebody wants to contradict this, go ahead. Now, what are these? Obviously here, in order to integrate their benefits in mapping services, we need very good guidelines that has to be developed. So where to use, how to use, and so on. The permissions and the flight restrictions and so on. This is covered in DG Enterprise by a team which is working specifically on that. I think we should maybe also try to integrate their point of view as well. And then, so we will have a superior resolution over VHR. We are very quickly deployable, can fly over the cloud canopy, and there are very rapid revisit opportunities. Okay, is it finished? Just want to show you some examples. This is something we did in the post-disaster needs assessment in Bosnia and Herzegovina. This is one flight. So we have very accurate orthorectal flight imagery, and we have a digital service model derived from the point cloud. This is, for example, a landslide. Thank you very much.